So it's ticket getaway giveaway time, guys, for all of you guys that are in Cape Town. So I have to just put it out there from the beginning of this particular show that this giveaway is only for Cape Townians that can go to Newland Stadium to obviously watch the game between the Six Gun Grill Western Province and the Six Gun and the Hollywood Bets Dolphins at Six Gun Grill Newlands. It's an opportunity for you guys to obviously enter into this competition that we're going to be doing live on the show today, so that you guys can have an opportunity to watch the game live. The show is also going to be about just our normal daily show, of course. But at the end of the show, I'm going to try to play a little game with you guys so that you guys can enter the draw. I'm going to draw out of a hat and then reveal the winners, and then let you guys know who won tickets for the game. And yeah, let's get into the show. I'm excited to talk about everything that has happened in the last week because it's been a while since I've been live in this room talking to you guys about cricket. I've always been at the games, of course, watching at Newlands for the last 2 weeks, obviously for the majority of the week and weekend. So I've been spending majority of my time there. So it's nice to be back again in this format, talking to you guys. Let's get straight into it. Before we get going, before we get started, please download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to your inbox every month. We are working hard on the next issue that will be coming out at the end of this week. Also, become a patron. Help us grow and promote South African cricket by becoming a Patreon today. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. And also go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your regular updates when it comes to cricket in South Africa. We're obviously trying to promote South African cricket and grow South African cricket and tell the untold stories of South African cricket. And majority of the time, we put up articles on the site. So go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all of those updates. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video. I'm excited to give away some tickets, and I'm excited to chat to you guys. A very good evening and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid, and this is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. So today, there's a couple of things we're going to discuss. I would like to obviously talk about my last 2 weeks in cricket and going to Newlands and what I picked up at those particular games that I watched. Obviously, the commentary will probably be a little bit on the Western Province side, of course, because they won both games. But there are still things that stood out to me in this last 4-day competition, in this last week of the 4-day competition, the last 2 weeks of the 4-day competition. I think there's a lot to speak about with regards to that anyway, because there's been some standout performers, of course, that really that really showed what they're capable of in this format. Because I know as a group, as a fan base over here, we've been speaking about 4-day cricket for a long time, and we've been speaking about what we can do about 4-day cricket, how we can improve it, and why the importance of it for our cricket in South Africa and the development of our cricket in South Africa. Because I always like to ask the younger players to check and what they think about it. It's very interesting to see what they think about it, and I'd like to obviously see what happens with regards to that. If they can continuously grow themselves and continuously show everybody what they are capable of on a consistent basis, then we can obviously be in a lot better space. So guys, I see that the advert for the ticket giveaway wasn't put out on social media, so I'm just going to just share it with people so that they know that we're having this giveaway, because I did obviously, I want people to obviously join in. Otherwise, if they're not going to join in, there's no point of giving away the tickets tonight. Then I'll obviously choose another night, because I don't know if people know that we are live. I'll let you guys know. I'm just busy going to do this quickly so that everybody knows that we are live for this. get into the live chat, I would like to hear what you guys also have to say with regards to lots of things in South Africa. Who did you guys think stood out in the 4-day competition over the last couple of years? I'd like to know your thoughts as well on that. It's very important that you guys share your comments and share what you have in store for yourselves and the way you look at things going into the cricket season. Are you specifically watching specific players? Are you not? I'm just putting out the ad, guys. I thought it was going to be put out earlier on, but it wasn't. So, yeah, I'll just have to do it quickly now and see if we can get more people to obviously join the show so that we can give the tickets away. Otherwise, I'll have to keep it for tomorrow's show and do a proper run for everybody and just do a proper um, competition ads and everything needs to be running because there's no point if I to have all of these tickets and then I can't give it away. So please, guys, join the shows. Get your friends and family to join the show so that that they can also enter to win this competition. I can't just be giving it away to anybody. So we're going to be obviously be having a lot more people joining the show, etc., so that we can obviously give these tickets away because it's important that we do. We can't be sitting with them. Big pity that nobody actually advertised this. I did send it to the group, and I didn't check. I should have checked. It's been a busy week. Okay, guys. We are going to be chatting about a couple of things before we actually give the tickets away. I saw actually Lorenzo, or I think it was either Lorenzo or Lawrence. I can't remember which one of you guys. You posted the tables of two particular things that I think is important. One of the things is the World Cup Super League standings, and another thing is the current table with regards to domestic cricket. And it's interesting to see after the 4-day competition who is on top. I mean, the Warriors have been playing some amazing cricket this week, and obviously getting their third win out of 3. And Western Province got their second win in a row, and it was a fantastic game as well. A very fantastic game. I really enjoyed every single moment of it. I thought everything that I actually wanted to happen happened. Actually, I wanted to see Reinhard van Tonder score a century. It happened, and I wanted to see the likes of Tony de Zorzi also do some things, and I also wanted to see the likes of Calvarena get some good form heading into Australia, and I got to see all of those things, and I also got to see a Western Province victory. For me, that is from Cape Town. Obviously, they are close to my heart, that team, but I need to be as unbiased as possible when it comes to obviously talking about these things. So I want to talk about the approaches. What was nice to see with Tony, and now we also did an exclusive interview with Tony de Zorzi as well. Don't forget about that. Go watch that to get some insight into his mindset into this, because he created history by scoring that 300. It was phenomenal knock. It was also at quite a good rate as well. They were batting at quite a quick rate, and I like to see him so comfortable in his crease. Whether he needed to come down the track, whether he needed to move out to move to the side and wide, whether he needed to drive the ball, whether he needed to run between the wickets. He had a complete game ready against the Knights. And to score 300 in domestic cricket, I mean, even if it is domestic cricket, it's a phenomenal achievement. I think to remember, if I remember correctly, in order, I think Stephen Cook had 391. And there was also someone that came second with 320 odd, I think it was, and then in came Tony with 304 not out. So he's third highest in 4-day cricket in South Africa. But what was phenomenal with regards to the record is that it's the first 300 at Newlands, the highest score at Newlands as well. So that was a phenomenal performance from Tony de Zorzi. He really led the team to an amazing victory. When it comes to the other players, I mean, Yasin Vali also put on a good performance. And that performance, we saw that Ryan Rickleton got two good knocks, and those type of things are very interesting to talk about, because we're seeing a lot of youngsters around the country perform and score well and do good things for their particular franchises. And what was great to me, for example, about Reinhard van Tonder's knock is because it also took the doubt away from a lot of people. There were a lot of people that had doubts about Reinhard van Tonder's ability to be able to score outside of Bloemfontein. And I actually asked him in our interview about it. We did a daily show from the stadium on Saturday. So we didn't give you a show on Friday, but we gave you a show on Saturday where we interviewed Tony De Zorzi, we interviewed Gerald Coetzee and Reinhard van Tonder. But I asked Reinhard as well about Bloemfontein and if he was aware about people talking about that, and he said he was. So that's a good thing to know that he was aware of that and that what people were saying regarding him being able to bat um, outside of that. Yeah. So Reinhard, it's good to see that he's scoring, that he got an opportunity to play. It was shocking that he didn't get a start to the season. I would have hoped that he would have played every game this season so far, but that wasn't the case. He didn't get an opening game start. He didn't get a start, and he proved why he needs to play. He was the only batter that really, really showed fighting character from the Knights' perspective. Okay, you can say Piet van Biljon as well, because the two of them in the middle order really took the fight to the Western Province, even though they were struggling. Also, what makes Reinhard's knock even more special is that I feel that he's playing against the best bowling attack in the country in four-day cricket at the moment. With regards to experience, skill, and pace, they've got a balance of everything, and I think that is brilliant. So let's see what happens with regards to that. If they can keep it up and keep the consistency when they now go and travel. Let's look at this graphic quickly. I want to look at this graphic and talk about South Africa and this particular World Cup Super League standings. The only thing positive that I can take away from this is the fact that we've played 16 games, so less games than the rest. And even so, the ratio between losing and winning is bad. Um, Actually, if I look at this, I really can't take away too many positives from it, but maybe gives you some hope that maybe if we play more games, we'd get an opportunity to obviously play to win those games. And I hope that they do win those games. It's important that they do, because I think the whole fan base will be exceptionally disappointed with South Africa if we don't qualify for the World Cup. So I'm hoping that people do support the boys, and I hope that they play with the right enthusiasm and the right mentality to try and get to that, because it almost seems like they forfeited it. Remember, with the Australia series not going ahead, and a lot of us say no, it almost felt like they were forfeiting it. So let's see what happens with regards to South Africa and the one days. We know that we're going to be playing England, etc., and these other teams in one day matches that are going to be happening here in South Africa. I don't know which ones are going to be accounting for Super League points and which ones aren't. We'll probably talk about that a lot closer to the actual games, because I obviously have to split my time amongst a lot of things. Um, and when you look at the 4 day standings, this does tell a little bit of a story. Particularly, I'm not going to count the Rocks and the Dolphins here because they've only really played two games. One game, the Dolphins played in two games for the Rocks. But Knights and Northwest are currently looking like the teams that are struggling the most within the setup currently. But we must remember that when it comes to the relegation battles and getting moved to Division 2, it counts over all formats. So it will be the one days, it will be the T20s, and it will be the 4 days. And they level it out somehow. They work out the points to see who gets relegated and who doesn't get relegated. But generally speaking, Northwest has really been struggling in all formats. So it's looking likely that they will be in the relegation battle for Division 2. And it is a little bit shocking with regards to that. So guys, I would like to give some of these tickets away. I'm going to make it very, very easy for you guys. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you get it, and those who get it right, I'm going to put your name in a draw, and I'm going to collect these names over the next couple of days. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out an advert also on social media. I'm also going to put out an advert to get people to put their names in a hat, in a net, so that on one day I can actually draw it. Maybe we can do a draw on the Instagram live, and I'll draw names out of the hat, and we'll see who wins. So we've got a couple of tickets to give away. It's obviously for the 4th of December. Um, at 10, it starts at 10 a.m. and it's between the Dolphins and Western Province. Unfortunately, it's only for Cape Town only, so you can only enter if you're from Cape Town. Unless you can fly down here by yourself and pay for your flight to go watch the game, then you can enter the competition. But we've got some tickets to give away, so I just wanted to announce that on today's show as well. I was planning to give it away, but I just saw that the ads never went out for the show, so I don't think a lot of people know that we actually are live unless their notifications are on. So that was a bit of a that was a bit of a mistake on my part as well. So I will have to redo this one particularly, of course. Let's get into the live chat and check what you guys have to say. Have you seen the Rickleton news regarding him playing through injury? Um, I know the Rickleton story. I'm just waiting for him to clear an interview so that he can give it to you. So I actually know what is happening, and I actually know what was said to him. And like I told you, it was told to me off the record, so I can't really reveal anything until he gives me the clear to do so. I will chat to him again to ask him if he maybe wants to come on the show tomorrow evening to discuss what really happened over there. The one aspect I'm loving about TDZ is ability to bat well and bat time. That's what we currently want. Oh, that's what we currently lack in SA cricket. Guys who actually want to bat and bat long. We need that mentality. And yes, I asked him about that. I asked him about that in our interview, and I asked him what he's learned about that over the years with regards to batting long. And he told me a story about the guys that he picked up certain things from. He spoke about Aiden, and he spoke about, I think, also as well, Tennis and Dean. I think, no, Dean Alga. And he said that what he's learned from someone like Aiden is to bat time with regards to giving himself time goals. So try to last till tea, or try to last till lunch, or try 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and try to put timestamps to go for and to run towards, or to try and chase down. And that's the kind of key that makes him survive for longer in the middle. So I thought that was interesting, because something that Reinhard van Toonde also said to me too, it's something that he also does, is to bat time, to think about 30 minutes to survive. But he thought it more about surviving till lunch, surviving till tea. I think breaking it down a little bit more, like Tony does, I think that is possibly more effective if I'm going to give my opinion, because I feel that you're giving yourself shorter goals to aim at, to constantly keep your mind ticking and reminding yourself that, you know what, you're trying to bat here, trying to survive. Those constant reminders, I think, is good to keep your brain fresh. Unlike when if you say, I'm going to bat till lunch, it's about 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever the case may be. And I do think that you'll lose some concentration in between that. Because once you remind yourself once, are you going to remind yourself over and over again? I highly doubt it. You're only going to probably remind yourself that tea is coming once or lunch is coming once. So when it comes to time goals and saying 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, those are little breakdowns and almost sparks to your brain to remind you, I'm trying to survive here. I'm trying to battle 30 minutes to an hour to 4 hours or whatever the case may be. So I think obviously both work, for dependable on the individual. But I thought that there was some interesting insight that we got from two young batters, actually, in fact. Raidad is another one who bats time really well, showed it against VP. The one actually I've seen that already. Let's see this. We need to win 3 out of the 5 games to qualify. The games versus England and 2 against the Netherlands are all for points, and that's 100% true. South Africa needs to take the one-day games seriously. Otherwise, they are not going to be able to perform the way they're not going to be able to get into the World Cup. They need to take one-day cricket seriously. They need to start finding a blend of players that can do the goods for them and do the job for them in the long term. I've been talking a lot about it on the show about building a young, fresh team um, amongst the other competitive guys or amongst the other experienced guys. That's what I would like to see. But I don't think we're giving enough younger players an opportunity. But I also think that's because there are experienced guys like, for example, Heinrich Klaassen, like, for example, you could say to an extent, Simon's already been in the test setup, so Simon Harm is another option. Um, there are experienced guys like that that are putting up their hands and performing as well. So we know that coaches seem to favor experience over youth. Um, Even though, in my opinion, I believe that building phases and building teams is about picking a young team that can grow together, win together, lose together, learn together. That's my mentality. It's what I would do, is to pick a couple of experienced guys, yes, in the team, to bring that experience and to make sure that the things remain calm amongst all those youngsters with those obviously their head rushes, and they play maybe a little bit more risky cricket than the more experienced guys, but the experience will bring that, that calmness. um, but I just feel that if we're going to give experienced players opportunities now, they need to at least play for 5-6 years, so that they can survive a particular so that they can survive the transitional phase, and that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, Jean says, why doesn't our best batsman bat in the top four in Test cricket? Please justify RVD's inclusion in the Test side. He was injured, um, so that was his exclusion in the Test side. He's back into the Test squad again for Australia. So I think he will play in this particular Test series. I actually think Carl Verena and Hamza can slot in nicely into our ODI side. Have done fairly well in the limited amount of time they had in ODI cricket. I agree with you. I'm excited to see Zubair Hamza play again. Um, we are close to getting to the time where he will be back. So I'm interested to see him play again live again when the opportunity arises, because I've missed him in the game, and we've missed him in the game as well as a South African fan base. So interesting that there too. Okay, guys. So you guys obviously know that I want to be giving tickets away. So yes, I said on the thumbnail that it's a ticket giveaway. I was planning to give away tickets tonight, hoping that people would obviously stream in to come watch, to come win tickets. But the advertising wasn't put out, so I don't think a lot of people knew that the show was running. So I'm going to change it up and do something different. To the guys that want to win tickets, please follow us on Instagram. And I'm going to put out a post as well as on Facebook, where you guys have an opportunity to win tickets. I'm going to put all your names in a raffle, in a hat, and I'm going to pick a hat. I'm probably going to give away 6 tickets for each person that wins, so that you guys can have friends to take with. Otherwise, if I just give you 1 or 2 tickets, what's the point? Bring some troops to the games, bring some troops to the stadiums, and come with a group of friends and have some fun. That's what we're going to be doing. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. And I know there's World Cup happening at the moment as well, so we're going to go to that as well. That's why I made it in this particular time slot between 8 and 9, because I know that there's a game that happens at 9 o'clock every single night for the World Cup. So, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Keep and look out for the ticket giveaway posts that I will be posting on social media. Please have a look for that. And people, look, if you are from Cape Town, because unless you want to fly down and come watch the game, we're not going to be paying for your flights, by the way. So if you want to fly down and come watch the game, then please do so. And just keep an eye out for the post. And to all the Ronaldo fans, see you guys very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Peace out, everyone.